In this video, we are going to be discussing the entry points and rules in trading. Now, as we've mentioned in previous videos, EA Studio provides you with various indicators that you can use for your entry rules. You also have the option to adjust the parameters and the logic rules. And this is the way you can get the best Forex entry point. As you can see on the screen, we have a blank strategy. So what we're going to do is we are going to create a strategy using entry rules from the various indicators. For this example, we are going to be using the momentum indicator. So the first thing we need to do is click on add a new entry rule, and then we're going to select the momentum indicator. We will leave the default values and then we will click accept. Because we chose momentum rises, when the value becomes higher than the previous value, the requirement will be met and the position will be opened. Keep in mind that if you have more than one entry rule, the position will only be opened when all of the entry requirements have been met. In other words, if you have more than one entry rule, a position will only open when the conditions for all of the rules have been met. You can have a maximum of 4 entry conditions using the strategy builder. If you have 2 or 3 entry rules and only one condition is met, then the position will not be opened. All 3 would need to be met in order for the position to open. And it would always happen when the bar opens or at a new bar opening. And of course, if you don't have any entry positions or if you don't have any entry rules, then a position cannot be opened. On the right of our strategy, we have our backtest output for the indicator and the parameters that we've just configured. And you can continually adjust your strategy and the indicator parameters until you get your backtest and the values in your backtest to a place where you want them. So for example, if we go back into our momentum rises, we can change it to apply to high, a period of, let's say 18, and a level of, let's say 112, and we click on accept. And as you can see, the values have changed slightly, but of course it is still negative. So we could keep adjusting and putting in the parameters that we want until we get our balance chart to a positive value and a place that we are happy with. And then we would just export it as an expert advisor for MetaTrader 4 or for MetaTrader 5. And as mentioned in previous videos, remember that we only put in our rules for the long entry and the long exit, and the short entry and the short exit will mirror our long entry and long exit rules. Something else to mention is that if you have multiple entry rules, so let's add another entry rule here. Let's add anything really. Let's add Bollinger Bands and click on accept. Now you see that we have 2 long entry rules. In EA Studio, we have something called ambiguous rules. Now effectively what this means, when one of the indicators signals a buy position and the other indicates a sell position, this is referred to as ambiguous. In this case, no position will be opened. The reason for this is to protect you because EA Studio is designed to save you time and to save your capital from random results. So once again, just to summarize, when we are creating strategies, we need to look at our entry rules. We can create our entry rules. There are a maximum of 4, and in each of these indicators, you can change the parameters. If all parameters are not met, a trade will not be opened, and your short entry will always mirror your long entry. If there is an ambiguous signal, then a position will not be opened. You can have a look at the backtest output on each of the strategies that you are creating. And when you are happy with the results of your backtest, you can export your expert advisor for MetaTrader 4 or for MetaTrader 5.